Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Bust number 123, and today we're going to be playing with the Bandle tree Evelynn. And so I tried a number of ways to come out and try and get Evelynn to work just at a really high level. I was like super excited about trying to use Evelynn along with Shurima and having access to the one drop fearsome thing that grows when something dies, and Nasus and superchargers onto Nasus and stuff, and just like a nice collection of cards that would all synergize pretty well. Then things like Evelynn is super easy to flip, and so you can use the Absolver. You can pick up your champions with Rite of Calling. There's just like a lot of really good synergies out there, and so then I got into some practice games, and the Husk ability doesn't count as a Slay, and so that was all in all pretty awkward. And so then I kind of moved on to trying some of the grow your units themes, right? You have domination to give bonuses to your one cost allies, and so I started looking at things like Jagged Taskmaster out of Bilgewater, and then looking at Professor Von Yip out of P&Z, and none of these kind of things like really did it for me either. Like you can get access to like Yordle Captain and then boost all of your plays, but it all just feels like way too slow, and it doesn't really pay off enough to make that big of an investment. And so we kind of pushed that by the side. I dabbled with Demacia a bit. There's probably something there, and we'll circle back to it. I don't necessarily think it involves playing Lucian or Dawn Speakers, but I think there's definitely some potential with Demacia, but I didn't want to do Demacia for 2 videos in a row. And so that circled us back here to playing with the Bandle tree. And this is something that people kind of theory crafted with initially to play the Bandle tree. I haven't seen anyone doing it yet, and so we're going to be the ones to come out here and do it. And so the idea with the Bandle tree is Evelynn and all of these husk generating units generate stuff out of a bunch of different factions, and then amongst all of those different factions, you can use that to spawn off your Bandle tree. And so it can be, a touch awkward as we, say we come out and we lead with Salter, we generate the Husk, and then we play another unit. That Husk is gone now, right? That's not going to count towards our count of factions, but you can still pull off some of these plays, right? We can still do a normal kind of curve where we start with the Teemo, play a Salter, get that token on the board. Hopefully it's one of the other 7 factions in the game, and then we can play nothing on turn 3, drop a Bandle tree. That gets us on a pretty good start to popping off the tree. And so there are some awkward moments with it. Again, Evelynn doesn't actually have a faction, and then the Husks generate at random, but we're not using them to like completely pop off with the tree. We're just hoping to hit like 4 or 5 factions off of this to cut down the number of turns we need to generate units to actually come in and get the kill. And so that's the kind of general idea. On top of that, we do have a minor outside, or I should say double faction package, multi-faction package with the Teemos, the Fizzes. We're playing Grandfather Phase and then the Bandle City Mayor to generate some other factions and then cheapen up our multi-faction plays. And then we do have some minor synergies with the likes of Domination, right? Both Teemo and Fizz cost 1. The Bird, the Bellringer costs 1. The Grandfather Fae generates 1 cost fairies. And so we do have some minor synergies with Domination, and I'm okay with that, right? We aren't going out of our way to try and take advantage of this 1 cost ally theme or boosting the Husks kind of theme, but we are getting some synergies out and about and around town and stuff, so it's not just like a very expensive Husk generator and nothing else. But that's what we're doing. This is what we're going to be battling with. We got this great Bandle tree package. We have the wonderful Bandle City stall the board kind of package with the 3 Wallops, 1 stress defense, 1 minimorph, and hopefully that's enough for us to cover off on the day. And so before we jump into battle, you all know what we have to do. We have to go and turn something premium. We're not going full champion on this today. Let's see if we can't just pick up one of these cheaper plays and turn that one premium. Salter, you're looking good, my dude. You got your fancy outfit on. You're getting the premium treatment. You're going to generate some premium husks. That's guaranteed to give us at least 1 win, maybe 2. I have high hopes for you, Salter. And so let's get into battle. The Bandle tree. The other thing that's kind of interesting with the Bandle tree is that it's just since people are out here playing with the new cards, there's not going to be as much like Annie running around, and so in the more common high level constructed play, there's a bunch of Annies running around the format. That leads to there being a bunch of Scorched Earths running around. And getting your Bandle tree Scorched Earth is pretty bad news. And so, at least at this point in the meta right now, we should hopefully just not have to deal with that kind of thing. But it's certainly a possibility. Did the game break? Come on, Riot. I don't have anything to push on the screen. We're just gonna have to... Oh, it's gonna crash. Fuck. Alright, let's try that again. Game no longer crashed. It just said, Bust, you're bringing too much awesome shit today. We can't be dealing with that. All right, Action Kaisa. That's what we played in our previous video. So it gets the Bust seal of approval, if you will. It's pretty good stuff. So we are going to need something to come down a little bit early with this. So I'm going to get rid of the Bandle City Mayors. That's more of a value type play. Just see if we can't find a cheaper play to come down and interact with their various cheapos. I think this will work. Like, we should be at a 4-faction turn 4, right? We can drop the Grandfather Fae, drop the Vora. We do want to see if he is going to play a Challenger. It really kind of sucks to get your Husks challenged down, but doesn't look like that's on the table. All right, so how are we going to do this? Generating a Demacia. Good. And so we'll be at 4 factions if we just go ahead and drop the Bandle tree. That gets us right up and running. It's awkward seeing the Broadwing come down now. But we'll have the Wallop ready next turn if we need to protect something. So how are we looking here? We have a Shurima, haven't played that yet. We have a P and Z, which we haven't played either. We can churn out a little bit of this. Upgrade just a touch. Bladekeeper. Oh man. Those Broadwings ready to get stunned. I'm not fucking around with that. And Kaisa. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get something down. I think we could probably safely just play Domination. She'll eat the Husk. Give us a new one. You can come in and try and take down the new Husk, but if we hit good, we'll level up. We already had Shurima hit, so that one was a miss, but it still feels kind of free, right? It's not like we're making a big investment in activating these abilities. I think we just prevent all the damage that we can. We'll block out here on the Dumb Bladekeeper. Do we even care about, like, protecting Vora? I mean, we're not taking any damage, and we're not going to attack back. I think we can just take the damage from that and use our mana to play Teemo this turn. That fearsome Teemo. Good luck blocking him, bruh. Good luck. I was trying to decide if we wanted to play Bird. I don't feel like there's too much reason to do so. But this looks good now. I think we're at 7 factions. 6 factions. A little short. Now Evelynn turns up. I like that we can play the Black Rose Spy this turn. Let's just see if we hit, right? We have a 40% chance to hit with Evelynn. Hit. Ooh, and Freylord, that was a big one. We don't have any Freylord champions in our deck, and so we would have to just generate it and wait and hope. So we're good. We can get the Black Rose Spy down this turn, and then we're just kind of like coin flipping the next turn. I don't feel like we'll be able to get the 10 factions on opponent's attack, but we're so like defensively oriented with the double wallops, he should have a serious time trying to get any damage in. Now, this is the new world where there's a bunch of like superchargers and stuff running around, so Kai'Sa might catch a spell shield and there might be multiple spell shields running around, but I think we might be okay. Hi, Quinn Bird, what up?
Don't believe everything you hear. See what's beneath while I see what.
Man, for these, I'm surprised they didn't put the legendary skin onto Evelynn, since she's so easy to flip. You get to watch the flips all the time. You're going to spend your $18, you want it to be on a champion that's got a flip with some frequency. I guess Kai'Sa wasn't that challenging to flip. We saw the Kai'Sa animation quite a bit in the previous video, but you know, I want to get my money's worth if I'm dropping big on the legendary skins.
My shield is yours.
Okay, I wasn't really planning on attacking this turn. Like if we attack with our Evelynn and then he has a combat trick, it's just not that great for us. Like if he next turn he attacks, he hooks Evelynn and plays a combat trick and kills her, fine, good job. I don't want to lose her now, as we have a lot of trouble filling out our board and he doesn't have trouble filling out his board. Absolver plays. Let's assume he's going to shift that over to Kai'Sa. How much mana does he have at this point? It's like I would like to play double wallop, but it is pretty painful if he's got a Rite of Negation. That we picked up another 4-cost Bilgewater, so if we want to play our Bilgewater this turn, we can only wallop once. A little sad. I'm regretting that like 2 turns ago to where we didn't we didn't play the bird. Now we're just down a blocker. Oh, gross. Really? You're supposed to just be playing superchargers. You're not supposed to be playing Rite of Negations as well. So can we, like, make it that far into the game? We're just gonna die if we don't take this Kai'Sa off of the board. Fuck. That sucks a lot. We should be safe otherwise, though. Let's roll the dice. Alright. One-time dealer. 20%er. Did we hit? No. Fucking of course not. So if we hit a cheap unit in our correct faction next turn, we can still end the game that way. Rip Teemo. Definitely blocking action. There's no reason to risk the death. I mean, if things work out right, I mean, there is a world to where we get back to their next attack token and we do get a stun onto Kai'Sa before she can attack. And so, I mean, maybe it'll play out okay, but I really wish we would have been able to get another unit. God, we hit Bandle City again. What's even our last one? I have a real tough time figuring this out. It's not one that's in our hand. Well, Kaisa doesn't have tough, so we can potentially take her down with this Razor Scale Hunter. And if not, if we can just buy some time, that's kind of juicy. So with this, you have to let the Cataclysm happen. So she's gonna get the Kaisian Wave, whatever it's called. But then we can try and like let her get into combat, stun her out of combat, and then hook her down afterwards. Right, fam. Get in there and go for it. It's got a fresh case of the Havamals. We hit triple Bilgewater into that. Sad day. Sad day. We can still hit. We have a mini morph and a stress defense still in our deck. So we might be able to spike a W, if you will. Okay. GG. Series of unfortunate events. Alright, next battle. We were supposed to hit those 20%ers with our Evelyns, right? That's where the feel goods come from. Ooh, this is bad. Can't imagine the tokens matchup is very good. But we'll give it a shot. I think this is a reasonable enough start with the Pokey Stick and the Conchologist. Give us a little bit of early game interactivity. Conchologist isn't spectacular. Their units tend to be. You tend to like to be able to block a Blade Dance or block a Soldier. What you got? Something good in here? No, Bouncing Bomb's the only real playable. I guess we could have gone for Yordle Portal. That's a sort of kind of maybe way to get a unit on board, but well, I guess it guarantees you to get the unit on board. As trying to lean, you might be able to hit a fairy or whatever that generates of an appropriate faction. I'm looking to just take this 6. I want to have all of these factions on board when we play the tree next turn. Oh, fuck, we hit... God damn it. we hit the faction that we already have. Alright, tree, you're going to have to wait. Alright, something goes our way a little bit. I'm not really excited about him playing like an Azir and giving Azir elusive, and then we can't really interact with him, but one step at a time.
I know that look.
Okay, he's just coming at us too hard. Let's just go ahead and Pokey Stick. The Bandle City Mayor doesn't add a new faction for us. Man, the Conchologist doing the Lord's work. Really, really slamming that damage in. Put a Fizz. This is kind of scary. It's a dangerous spot to be dropping the tree, but let's see what he has going on. Just have to prevent all the damage now. Okay, we pick up an Ionia. We gotta just get some cheap stuff going. I'm looking to say drop the Bandle City Mayor. He's not on the complete cheap end of the spectrum, but he helps a little bit. This is another giant whiff. Like, we can pick up the Shark Trainer just to make sure we get a Bilgewater, but we already have a Shurima in the Domination. We already have an Ionia in the whatever. Maybe we do pick up the Grandfather Fae just to get some of this cheap stuff on the board. Oh, he's destroying a mana gem. Okay. And Azir comes to the party. It's probably better Azir than
I should stamp you out like the insect you are.
what's her name? We should have sequenced this the other way as well, but what are we up to now? 5? We hit a Targon. None of the factions in our hand are actually useful though. He didn't take it. Maybe we should have attacked with the Conchologist as well. It's like I kind of want to get a unit off of our board. But here's another one. Here's how deep I was going in terms of trying to figure out stuff to do with Evelynn. Was looking at Ithid Stairs. That's one of the ways that actually does work, is when you kill off the little dum-dums, the They Who Endure grows. But chose not to. Didn't go that route. Let's just take one. So we don't even have like a fresh faction we can play. We can like look towards getting Evelynn down, but maybe that's what we'll end up doing. It's like, let's play Bird. And then we can like block some of this stuff, play a Hate Spike to get a unit, and then follow up with Evelynn to try and just get a few more husks going. Guess we could always just mini-morph Azir, but I feel like we'd rather wait for a little bit better turn. I guess it would, like, if we look to fuck, he's hooking our Fizz now. I was going to say, if he lets us get away with a mini-morph, then we could now, like, block one of these dancers with Fizz, but not going to be the case.
Crawl.
Mustache ready.
All right, take 3. Come on, cards. Give us some good ones. Give us some good husks. No doubles. No doubles, no whammies. It's got to be good. Oh, man, he's thinking hard on this. That can't be good for us. Homecoming onto our Bandle tree. That's fucked up, dude. Does this work? Does this counterspell that? Yeah, okay. So no Evelynn this turn. That's like not the end of the world. We can still get the husk from her next turn. We get 2 new ones here. Ionia is a hit. What you got? Uh-oh. TNZ was a hit. Uh-oh. What you got for us now? A fresh Freylord? I think we need the Freylord. See what happens with Eve first. Oh, is that that's a new one? Okay. Okay, we're getting close. If we can magically not die next turn, then we got it. That's all. That's all it takes is just don't die next turn.
Go get the shiny nugget. Harder. Okay.
Yeah, we're stuck here. It's like I see the challenger husk on the board and want to do something with it, but we're gonna be a little bit short. What do we need? We needed a Demacia. If we can play it. He probably needs to, like, play another card, right? I'm kind of envisioning this scenario where we get to mini-morph Azir and then follow up with Teemo. That pretty close.
We play for the people and sing for the land.
Yeah, maybe if we're like missing out on the elusive now, maybe we should have just played the Gallant Rider. It's like I was trying to think. It's like I needed this unit to survive for some reason, and it doesn't actually need to survive. So I think we're okay. He's got one card left in hand. If his card is a Homecoming, then we're fucked. But otherwise, we might have done it.
Time to die.
Met with steel.
Game says we're taking 0. Did we do it? Feels like we did it. Give me that animation, bruh. Ah, he gives up early. He brings the surrender. Okay. Okay. GG though, my dude. Oh gosh. There we go. Next battle underway. Got one victory. I was afraid this was going to be one of these battles where we finally get our 0 winner, but not today. Not today. We pulled down victory here. And so with these, we need to like find the Bandle tree at some point. I don't feel like we need to like all in mulligan for it, but it's probably safe to just go ahead and at least get rid of these 3s and try to find it a little bit. We have like some game if we don't draw a Bandle tree, but probably not so much against a combat-oriented deck like this action or this Kaisa Sivir's probably bound to be. We're hitting hard though. Bring in that serious aggro thunder with the bird. I appreciate it, my dude. Ready to go on to Conchologist? Y'all remember when he was a 2/2? Back in the glory days of Runeterra. But how do we feel about this? Like, without actually having the tree, I kind of feel like, I mean, playing the Conchologist is fine, but we're going to have to look to maybe try and get some value out here, right? I'm going to pick up the drop the bomb here just as a removal spell, but like we can lead out with the domination, look to drop a Salter after that. Maybe we can get a little bit happening with the upgraded husks. I don't want to get too excited about those, but again, we need like a little something to work here. That's tough. I wonder if we should just be full mulliganing for the tree. I'm admittedly not a Bandle tree aficionado, if you will, and so I mean, maybe we should just hard mulligan for it. It's like I'm having a pretty tough time envisioning games where we win that don't involve having the Bandle tree be that source of the win. So maybe we'll put that in our learning moments bucket and commit that to the old brain piece. Like we need something.
I know what I want.
Ew, the Siver's kind of gross. This looks like a job for Salter. just get in there, son. Do your best.
Danger pays.
Let's cook 'em.
Alright.
Tough day, friend.
So I think this is okay. Like, I'm trying to manage this a little bit in the event that we actually do draw the Bandle tree. And so it's fine to give up on that Bandle City unit. No. Oh, snap. Here it is. So what can we do here? We have a Shurima on board and a Bandle City on board. We can come back and pick up our other Shadow Isles with Salter. But the question is, do we really want to just drop the tree this turn? And I guess that's, I mean, it's probably fine. That was not impressive. I was expecting that to tick up to like 6 or 7. Didn't happen. But again, we have Pokey Stick, sure. We have the Shadow Isles ready to go. Ideally, this will run into a little bit better of a little bit better of a faction. Oh, not a better faction, it's the faction we don't have. And then we can do some digging with the Bandle City Mayor. Actually looking to play the Mayor first so that he can cheapen up some of our future plays.
Find a gift for an action.
Rip Bird. You fought hard, dude. You fought hard. We got any dragons? I feel like that's a valid question. And do we have any dragons? It's like, well, I guess he can block some stuff. If we play the Mayor now and he gets the +1/+1, he can block a bird. So we've done Shurima Bandle City. So I want to take one of these that has Noxus attached. We'll just take the Kingpin. He fits the bill. Still only 2 factions though. Man, it's taken us quite a bit of work.
Arda's gonna make a meal of 'em.
Rip Bandle City Mayor.
Plenty of fire to go around.
What you got? Something good? Demacia. All right. Well, it's a little unfortunate that we just drew our Demacian unit off of the Bandle tree, but I think that's just what we signed up for today. You know, we gotta put up a blessing to RN Jesus and see if we can't hit a little bit harder. Decide faster, bro. This is easy.
Wrap 'em up tight.
Attack with your bird while you're at it. There you go.
We'll get our licks in.
On it and on 'em.
There you go. Good job. You put all of your units into the red zone. Very proud of you. You've probably been watching an FTP bus stream. All right. Next turn. So we missed on Demacia. We have 1 Noxus. That'll get us up to 5. I could already tell we're just going to come out here and draw a Noxus unit. Going to be brutal. Wow. You hit the good ones. Maybe we'll pick up a Shadow Isles dragon. Not the case, apparently. So let's pick up the 2 that we can use here. We'll play the Kingpin. He might get a good attack in this turn. We'll add the Abyssal Guard. That'll get us up to 6. The other 2 units in our hand. I mean, the Mayor can generate something, but it's going to be kind of off. Sure. Boomed him.
I am stronger than the darkness within.
Alright, up to 6. Maybe. Maybe.
Almost got it.
Ooh. I love seeing the one cost units come in. Just make it happen on the cheap. Sure.
It's a living. Watch your head.
You're not going to be attacking for much longer, Sivir. Womp womp.
Right, run! We'll get our licks in.
This guy playing on mobile or something? Jesus fuck. Why is it so hard to get these units onto the map? And a quicksand. Alright, so we're definitely taking 8. We should be at 1.
Big mistake. Thrown.
Oh, it's even a little bit better.
This is gonna cost you.
Alright, we'll stop here. If he does something to make us, well... I guess if he had the combat trick, he'd be able to protect his treasure seeker anyways, but ideally, this should be safe. I don't want to have to play Pokey Stick so that we can play the Sparring Student. It gives us an opportunity to actually win the game here.
Ask for more.
I don't know what factions we need. It's probably bullshit we're not playing like Freylord. It is. We need Freylord, and then we need... Oh god, we need 3 factions? Jesus fuck. These are going to be hard to hit. Maybe we'll just do a little bit of that draw and perfect. We need Freylord, Targon, and then one other one. Let's take longer, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. What you got for us, deck? Oh, Rummel. Very cost efficient play that we have here in Rummel. Oh boy.
Don't worry.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
First time.
Evelynn hits Demacia. That's a miss. Alright. GG. Alright, next battle.
The woman's left unsatisfied.
It's tough, but yeah, I think at least our learning moment from that one's we got to go and just hard mulligan for the Bandle tree. We're never winning any of these games if it's not through the Bandle tree, and so I think I feel kind of safe with that. So we'll get rid of them all. Didn't find it. Got a bit of time, and some stuff we can do, but I guess it's like I feel like we can maybe win games with Evelynn, but it's a bit of a stretch with. Without the tree. Right, we could probably pretty safely attack with our 3-2. So we'll go ahead and drop it on the board. He shouldn't be dropping any barrier units this turn, right? He's playing Shen Kaisa. So it's like he may play a unit, but probably not a barrier unit. So that makes me feel okay-ish. And then the Fae is a safe attack. If we need to come up with Bandle City, Ionia. Bandle City is always easy, but we have another Ionia in the Fairy in hand. Oh boy. Right on time. Right on time. Kick it off to 4. Nice Freylord, bro. So what do we need? Like, I'm leaning towards just playing Evelynn and then looking to add Bird after the fact. I think this is okay, because she's going to come down, generate another bro for us. Hopefully it's a useful one.
Aura.
Noxus. Nice.
Mind if I slip in?
We can actually get a pretty good combat here if we follow up with Bird, and then Bird plus Evelynn both having Challenger.
Here's where we make our stand.
Seems okay.
Yes, I bite.
He might have just got him, just boomed him. Good job, Deck. I didn't know you had it in you. All right, but GG. Man, I have been meaning. I got a new piece of technology, not deck building related technology or gameplay technology, actual real world technology. And so I'd had a Roomba, or I guess a robot vacuum for a long time, but it was like 5 or 6 years old at this point. It didn't have any of like the amazing like mapping technologies or anything. It was basically just like drive around at random, and it was okay. It was like in an apartment, it was fine, and then in the house, we just kind of put it in the basement where all the litter boxes were. So like it just basically got to being on cat litter duty. And so, like, I haven't been pulling it out or using it anymore. But the wife is usually the one that handles the. Yeah, I wonder if we should even play units here against the deck with all of the AOE's when we don't have our tree. We got to kind of limit what we have on board before you can see it. This matchup has to be like 90-10 in his favor. But she'd been getting pissed at the cat litter again, and so I was like, well, if you don't want to clean up the cat litter, then I'm just going to get another Roomba. And so I got another one, and it has like the mapping technologies in it, and so you could like watch it like crawl around your house and then pull it up on your phone and see the places that it's gone and where it's been, and it doesn't just like get stuck in corners and shit now. It's pretty neat. It's amazing how fast things can grow over the course of just like 5 years. And that's been the big thing that I've been monitoring today. Is watching the Roomba do its thing. I don't have it in a particularly good spot right now. I'm gonna have to move it. We have a lot of like carpets and stuff, and so it's gonna need a little bit of work. But I got dreams for it. I feel like it's gonna work out a-okay. But that's like I felt like a dum-dum just standing there like watching the thing go around and just being like, whoa, it got out from underneath a chair. Oh shit, we actually have an opportunity to go big here. Let's get the Poro sled down. Whoa, it dodged a chair. Alright. So, I mean, things are happening here. I assume that we're going to get AoE'd to a degree. This should just be like a Blighted Ravine turn, but we play into the Blighted Ravine fairly well. We have 3 units that'll survive it. And so it seems okay from that angle. I'm still not really counting on our damage to ever be relevant, but this isn't how I really expected this game to go. We can buy some time. I mean, we have cards that are decent against the Thralls and like the Wallops and the Stress Defense and the like. I don't think they're gonna make it that far, but shit, we're gonna get one more attack in. I'm trying to be positive about this attack, but I know it's not going to do enough. Rates out his Talia, only takes 5. Man, we're doing so much work to only take 5. Alright. Maybe we'll get him with the puff caps, though. Make him squeeze them butt cheeks. Right, he's only got 2 Thralls for next turn. He's only got 3 Thralls for next turn. I think this is okay. We don't have a lot of great plays here, though. Add bird just to spend some mana. I guess we could have pokey-sticked, like, the pokey-sticks are just gonna have to go face. And so maybe we should have gone ahead and spent our mana. But yeah. Chime hit the flip card. Is like I was envisioning, I saw that 3/3 Teemo come up and I was like, wow, that is so relevant. That since they all play the -2 attack to everything, then he's left with a way to prevent this like flip Teemo hit from getting in. It's a bit unfortunate. Buried in ice. Okay, I think we can get out of it for the turn. It's a matter of, can we kill next turn? I mean, he did just give us the opportunity to get our Teemo back in line. So that might be a thing. This is 24. I don't think we're going to have enough in time. Right, the Talia does 10. We have to drop the wall up here. We can block a Dum-Dum. Still taking too much. Okay. That is just like an actual nightmare matchup, though. There's like, that has to just be in their favor so super far. But alrighty, I'm just going to get one more game in here. We usually do 8, but these Bandle Tree games take so long to play. I like to keep the videos at about an hour, and so we'll cut it here at game number 6. Bound to be exciting. You can tell something sweet's going to happen here against Evelynn Lucian. One of my new peeves, though, you know, it's always good to have them, is as you're trying to like build decks and you go to like the deck search. If you type in Eve for Evelynn, that is contained within level, and so all the champions come up. And then if you type EVEL, the first 4 letters of Evelynn, that also contains level, which it brings all of the champions up. She's a very challenging champion to search for. I guess there's not a real answer to fixing that. Maybe if you search for like Eve, it just pushes her to the top or something. But I had a bit of trouble with I had a bit of trouble with putting Evelynns in our deck today. All right, and I don't see any reason to attack here. He's probably not going to be able to fill out his board. Well, I guess maybe we could have considered attacking, because if he's going to say play a Lucian now, then that would have that would have been a fairly good target for him to come after. All right, well, we'll give him the free hook here onto the Husk. I want to have the unit still on board in the Salter, and be able to pokey stick this turn.
Tough day, friend.
Yeah, we'll protect the Bilgewater since we're right about to play the Bandle Tree. Give him a little taste of that cupcake while we're at it. All right, we got a big Husk draw this round though. We might be able to drop something here.
She's been missing.
Is she? Maybe you'll satisfy
As long as he's not hitting spell shields on Evelynn, I don't care about this shit. I mean, we should have plenty of time as long as we're able to stun her. He did just pick up the elusive Husk, and so he's going to threaten some damage here, but I think it might be okay. Not super worried about this particular attack, and it's kind of nice to hold on to Wallops if we can, since it works so much better on a Lucian round, right? Let's say everything goes right for opponent, he plays Lucian, Lucian gets flipped and he's making rallies. If we can stun a unit on a rally turn or on a flipped Lucian board or whatever, we can shut down 2 attacks instead of just 1. And so taking like 1 hit here from Evelynn is acceptable. See how he spends his mana. I'm definitely going to try and hate spike the Lucian, though. I guess we're not doing that anymore. He picked up a ton of health. So We haven't hit Bandle City yet. We can maybe get the bell ringer down. This doesn't feel like a turn to where we're going to need to wallop, but maybe we should play it safe. He's not going to kill us this turn. It's just going to take too much work. So we've got Shurima, right? We have a thing in hand. Ionia probably still need. We need quite a bit. Let's be real. I'm just going to take the cheaper one here in the mushroom ring.
This requires my largest official hand.
All right, bring it, Broadwing. Kill as you will. Whatever you want. The Bandle City Mayor is yours. Oh, wow. He's just going to let us pick and choose?
Take a load off.
I don't know how advisable that is. I would have definitely taken the Mayor off the board. Now we can play our Teemo for Freeze, or Teemo or Fizz. Teemo or Fizz. Our freeze is the only word that keeps coming out of my mouth. That we can maybe play one of them for free if it comes up.
I want more.
Rockhopper? Damn. Well, we hit the Teemo part. I'm going to go ahead and do it while we can.
Prepared for anything.
Oh, good. I get to watch Soul play.
It almost worked on you, if I recall.
I should stamp you out like the insect.
All right, Domination can come down. Ooh, we hit Elusive. Lots of good blocking potential next turn. I think I just want to play Bird. He's gonna give us a chance to just save some mana, so we can both wallop and hate spike, whatever we need to do.
That was hot.
Have we played Shadow Isles yet? Yeah. I was gonna say that's a pretty common one. All right, he has Jin Vivi. This is gonna have to be a stun-based turn. He's definitely gonna be flipping stuff.
These woods belong to us.
Rip Teemo. Do not care. It's just not problematic whatsoever. So we have 9 mana. I'm just going to look to play this Freylord Bro. And then we can look to both wallop and stress defense. Hopefully that's enough to get us out of this mess. He's probably going to get a rally out of the Petricide Broadwing. Wow, this guy is like... Let's see. We may even be able to just shut down the rally here. Right? We could just block a lot of this stuff. This dude unfortunately picked up Overwhelm, but Evelynn doesn't have it. So if we want to, say, do this, then we need to stun Lucian. Now, we're not quite getting lethal here. The big concern from this point would be him having a... I think we just have to go ahead and stress defense. But if he has a Relentless Pursuit, or if he has another copy of Lucian in hand. But I think we've done the maximum in terms of keeping him from getting a Lucian-based onboard rally. Oh, shit, no, he's got this one down here. I was thinking of looking to stress defense down here at the end to stop the rally, but... Oh, we're just fucked, aren't we? I messed that up. Okay, GG. But all right. Well, that was a set of games. I don't want to say it was a bad set of games because I had fun with them, but this is definitely a strategy, right? As you can use the sayings to say something's bad without saying it's bad, you can say, yeah, that was a strategy. We certainly had a strategy with this deck. It wasn't a very good one, but it was there, and so Yeah, that it's just like such a high roll to have these things go right. I'm glad that some of those games did go right enough in terms of the Bandle tree, but this is like pretty tough in terms of being a valid strategy. I know that I'm not a control deck style player and a Bandle tree type player, but even without that, I think even the best Bandle tree player in the world could probably agree that using Evelyns and random based units that sacrifice themselves is probably not the way to go in terms of activating the tree. But I felt like this was a good and fun and interesting exercise. I just don't think that the deck is here. And so, yeah, in terms of Evelynn, I'm not entirely sure what route to take with her. I was really expecting these dead units to count as slays, and they don't. And so I think there could be some decks looking just for like the unit generation, like to say like a kindred based deck to where you want a unit on board to sacrifice to something else so that you can activate your Glimpse Beyond or something. She does give, a lot of value in those terms. And then she gives, of course, a lot of value in all of the base Demacia decks. But I'm not entirely sure what direction Evelynn is going to go. I feel like as we play someone like Alawi, and then we played all of the cards that said Tentacle on them, you could be like, oh, wow, I see a lot of power here. And then everyone has most certainly figured out all the ways that you can play Bard. But it's like, as I come out here with Evelynn and put all of these cards into our deck, I'm not really seeing the power spike up. It just feels like you have other ways to be doing it. Like, I feel like as we played Kaisa, we had no problem hitting Evolve. And so I don't think you need to really like dumb down your Kaisa decks just to hit the Evolve via the Husks. And so I think this is just going to take a little bit of time. It just the results I was wanting out of this and the kind of expectations of slays happening and kill abilities happening off of your husks not working really just kind of threw a wrench into everything. And so maybe a better deck builder or someone else out there has come across something useful for Evelynn. I think we can safely tell the world the Bandle tree is not the way to go. But hey, somebody's got to eat that mushroom to know if it's poisonous or not. And so I'm glad we ate the mushroom for you. But nonetheless, that is going to do it for us today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I hope you can climb to the top of the trees to the best of your abilities. Hope you maybe had a good time watching and learned a thing or two along the way. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.